Psalm 54. To the choir master with stringed instruments. A maskil of David when the Ziphites went and told Saul, "Is not David hiding among us?" O God, save me by your name, and vindicate me by your might. O God, hear my prayer. Give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers have risen against me. Ruthless men seek my life. They do not set God before themselves. Selah. Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is the upholder of my life. He will return the evil to my enemies. In your faithfulness, put an end to them. With a free will offering, I will sacrifice to you. I will give thanks to your name, O Lord, for it is good. For he has delivered me from every trouble, and my eye has looked in triumph on my enemies. When we think of this psalm, it definitely has a context. And in his brief explication upon the Psalms, David Dixon talks about the inscription. And he says, we learn that particular straits and particular deliveries should be particularly remembered. And David here does the remembering of the danger he was in by the treachery of the Ziphims. Mighty men, he writes, will often find more friends in an evil cause than the godly find in a good cause. Just like Saul found friends with the Ziphites to offer their service to his cruelty when David was in his straits. And then third thing that we learn from this inscription is that the wicked are very hardy to do an ill turn and glad to find occasion for it. So this psalm teaches us about David and the treachery of the Ziphites when he went to hide himself amongst them from Saul. But then we also see in it Messiah. In fact, William Tucker writes that the church has taken a clear view as appointing this as one of the psalms that commemorates the passion of Jesus. It's seen with its greatest effect as a simple prophecy of Christ. Read it that way, and it's very plain and intelligible, requiring little more than the first idea to exhibit a perfect correspondence with the life and the feelings of Messiah. Imagine Jesus at Calvary with strangers risen against him, ruthless men seeking his life. But he trusts in the Lord. Behold, God is my helper, and the Lord is the upholder of my life. Jesus knew that God the Father would not abandon him to the grave, and that he would not be in Sheol forever. He would rise again as our Savior. And so he leaned on the Father in those moments. And I'd like us to sing this song. If God is the upholder of our lives, we ought to sing, "We are leaning on the everlasting arms."